Hi guys, I hope you're all well. My name's Lucy if you're new to my channel, and I've got a 3-year-old son called Harry. Harry is still in nappies and he is almost 3.5, which I feel seems quite late to the potty training party, but I know it's all about waiting until they are ready. So as a Huggies Pull Ups ambassador, we are taking part in the 6 steps to potty training success journey. So let me give you a bit of background on our potty training story so far. So as I said, Harry is nearly 3.5 and he's still in nappies daytime and nighttime. And we have very loosely tried potty training 2 or 3 times in the past now, and he has just not got it at all. He's been really upset. He just doesn't want to part with his nappies. It's like his nappies have become a comfort to him. He occasionally does use the potty. He'll just take himself off and go for a wee, which I think is amazing, but he just does it so sporadically, literally like once or twice a week, and he just doesn't want to do it again. So when we did try potty training to start with, as soon as he had an accident, it was like, I don't like this, I do not like being wet, I'm just going to put a nappy on and I'll be okay. And it sort of just felt like he was using his nappy as a bit of a comfort. He would literally get beside himself until we put a nappy back on. So I thought, do you know what? He's just so upset. He's obviously not ready. He didn't seem to know when he needed to go to the toilet. So we'll just give it a few more weeks, a few more months, and here we are now trying again. I'm hoping that because he wasn't quite ready to go into actual pants, that using Huggies Pull Ups is going to be a really good in-between stage for us, and hopefully it will help us along our potty training journey. Huggies Pull Ups have devised a really simple 6-step plan for us to follow. I'm really excited to get started, and I'm going to talk you through all of the steps now. They also sent us a really lovely box of goodies, which I will show you along the way. I'll show you how you can link them into your steps, so you can follow us along on this journey as well. Is to check if you're ready. So don't base this decision on the age of your child like I used to do. I used to think Harry's 2.5, why is he still in nappies? I really need to get him potty trained because other 2.5-year-olds are potty trained. But it's really not about age, it's about when they're showing signs of being ready. So we have been doing things like leaving the potty around. We've got this really cool Cars design one that Huggies have sent us. Harry absolutely loves it. I think mainly because it has got cars on it and that's one of his favourite films. So I would really recommend getting a potty that has characters on it, or going and letting your little one choose their own potty. They're going to be more likely to use it if it's something bright, colourful and with a character they love on it. So as I said, we've been leaving this lying around just in the living room or even in the bathroom, and just seeing if Harry would go and sit on it and if he would actually try and do a wee on it, which like I said, he has started to do now. So that is obviously a really big sign that they are getting ready to be toilet trained. Also, if they are telling you when they need a wee or telling you after they've had a wee and they want their nappy changed straight away, that is a really good sign. If they're able to pull their pants up and down, like pull their nappies up and down already, that's another sign. Yeah, it's all about just looking out for the signs to see if you're ready. Step 2, say goodbye to nappies. As I said, Harry seems to really love his nappies, but we have been talking over the last couple of weeks leading up to when we're going to start this process about saying goodbye to his nappies. So let me show you the Pull Ups pants. So they look like this in the packet. Here is a pair of the training pants. As you can see, they're really thin, really flexible. The sides come away. They are pretty much just like pants. He's going to be able to pull them up and down by himself. They are a lovely Cars design again, so he's going to love wearing them. And they also have this little wetness indicator on it, which is a little steering wheel. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little steering wheel that will disappear when your child has had an accident. So obviously you can make this into a bit of a game and say, come on Harry, the steering wheel's still there, you're doing really well. But if you can keep the steering wheel there for as long as possible, then obviously he's kept dry, and it just makes it a bit more fun and a bit more interesting for them. There's also a unique layer inside of the Pull Ups pants that basically makes your child feel that sensation of wetness like they would in pants. So hopefully they will feel that and think, oh, this doesn't feel that nice, perhaps I want to stay dry and do a wee in a potty. Huggies have also sent us some actual pants for when Harry's ready to wear them, which I think are so adorable. Look how tiny they are. Harry again is going to love those because they've got the car design on them. So step 3 is to start practicing. Like anything, practice makes perfect. It's not going to be spot on straight away. There is definitely going to be accidents, so you're going to need some wipes. We've got these Huggies soft touch wipes which smell amazing. They remind me of like that newborn smell. I really love those. But yeah, you're going to need a load of wipes, loads of sprays and anti-bacs and cloths. There's definitely going to be accidents, but I think accidents are a good thing to start with, because unless your child has an accident, they're not really going to understand what it is, and it will encourage them to not want to have an accident again, because they won't like that feeling of being wet and weeing on the floor or anything. It's all part of the learning process. Harry quite likes to use the potty by himself when he does use it, which is totally fine by me. That's why I'm going to leave wipes around, but we're also going to use one of these steps for the sink so that he can go up to the sink afterwards and wash his hands himself. It just gives him that little bit more independence, and he's already been using this to use up against the sink to brush his teeth and things, and he absolutely loves it. So yeah, I would really recommend getting a step to go alongside your potty accessories. Another thing in our box of goodies from Huggies was this little timer, and I thought this was really cute, and Harry really loved it and keeps setting it off. This is basically so that we can set the timer for however long, say 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and every time it goes off we can say, oh, the timer's gone off, let's go and see if we need a wee. It's kind of a bit more interesting for Harry, a bit more exciting for him if he can set the timer with me and listen for it to go off rather than just waiting for me to nag him to go to the toilet. I just think it makes it, again, just more of an exciting experience. So we're definitely going to use this because I think it will be a good reminder for me as well to keep remembering to ask him if he needs to go to the toilet. Step 4 is to learn wet from dry. So learning wet from dry can be quite tricky for toddlers, especially for younger ones. I think Harry would understand a lot more now, but this is where this tray comes in handy, and this was sent to us in our box, and we are basically going to fill this with water, or you could fill it with ice or cold slime or something, and talk about how wet and cold and sort of not very nice it feels. And then I'm going to empty it out again and put some sand or maybe some dry cotton balls and talk about how nice it feels and how dry it is. And you're basically just trying to show your toddler the difference between wet and dry, and how wet can be a bit cold and uncomfortable, but dry is nice. So it's kind of like encouraging them to want to be dry. Step 5 is to be consistent 24/7. So managing to stay dry in the daytime is obviously hard enough, but at nighttime it can be a whole other story. It can be really difficult. Children actually sleep quite deeply, so sometimes their bodies don't physically wake them up to go to the toilet, so it can take a lot longer for your children to be dry at nighttime. Huggies Pull Ups for nighttime are the perfect solution for this because they are extra absorbent. They have increased protection, so you're not going to be worrying about accidents all night. I think it's really important that if you're using training pants like pull-ups during the day, that you're using them at night as well. Otherwise it could get quite confusing for your child, and I think you don't want to go back a step and wear nappies at night. So I think that the pull-ups nighttime version are a really good solution for that, and we're definitely going to be using these for nighttime and using the daytime ones in the day. We've also got these really cute car pajamas, just as a new pair of pajamas to go with everything that he's got, and just to make him feel a little bit more confident in bed in his new nighttime training pants. So step 6 finally is to keep up the good work. So keeping up the consistency and the momentum of potty training is really important, because it will quickly get quite boring for your toddler if there isn't something exciting going on with it. So I'm going to make a really cool sticker chart, like something bright and vibrant, so that it's a bit of an incentive for Harry to stay dry. I think I'm going to do, like, if he can stay dry for a whole day, then he can have a little prize at the end or something like that, and then I'll move it on to weeks until he's completely dry and kind of forgets about the whole incentive, and it just becomes part of our normal routine. I have already bought a few sought after toys for prizes, so stuff that I know he really wants. So there you have it, guys. Those are Huggies Pull Up 6 steps to Potty Success. I am very nervous. We are starting this week. I am nervous about the whole thing because we have had not so great experiences in the past with potty training, but I somehow feel a little bit more confident this time. I think it is because we are planning to use Huggies Pull Ups, and I just think that Harry is going to get on really well with them and just feel like a little bit more comfortable wearing them. I am going to document our potty training journey from day one until he is finally, hopefully dry, in the daytime anyway. So I hope you enjoy catching up with our story and following how we get along. So for more potty training advice and information and to see all the other products that Huggies do, please log on to www.pottytraining.co.uk, which I will link on screen now. The Huggies Pull Ups range is getting a whole new look, so I am going to insert some pictures here, hopefully. There's more pants in the packet, so they're really, really good value, and these are going to be available in stores really, really soon. So thanks for watching, guys. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!